great lover of sport, that is a fact. I find it very boring, and if I'm going to watch any sport at all, it's going to be hockey, because that actually takes skill. But seeing as the NBA boycotted itself and then promptly unboycotted itself in what can only be described as the world's most bizarre Black Lives Matter protest, I thought it might be enjoyable to visit some of the ways the NBA cares so deeply about racism and human rights. Because just in case you missed the memo, the NBA and its players are now very loud proponents of Black Lives Matter and anti-racism. So much so that LeBron James has effectively become a speakerhead for the organization. Because isn't life weird? But seeing as the NBA has decided to traverse the road of activism, I thought that we should be looking at the various ways in which the NBA has stood up to human rights abuses around the world. Now, for those of you who don't know, and for starters, the NBA has a very strong relationship with China, who has carried out, you could argue, some of the worst human rights abuses in history, all of which have been protested by the NBA. Wait a minute. Remember when NBA Houston General Manager Daryl Morey decided to post a tweet supporting the demonstrations in Hong Kong? Well, that measly piece of support lasted for about 5 seconds before China got angry, promptly lost its mind, and pulled the NBA from televisions and its merchandise from shelves. Without skipping a beat, and with all the money in the world on the line, the NBA quickly reneged on its support for Hong Kong because who needs democracy anyway? But we're not animals here. We'll give them some points for trying. Now you're probably wondering, Sydney, what other human rights abuses and racism has the NBA stood up against? Has it stood up against the ethnic cleansing of the Uyghurs and their concentration camps in China? No. The forced sterilization of Uyghur women and the forced labor of their children in China? Also no. I've got it. The forced slave labor that creates the Nike apparel and other NBA merchandise that players are paid to wear. They've stood up against that, right? Also no. Shocking. Just really, I am so shocked. I guess I just must have missed their anger towards that silly ethnic cleansing thing because I was busy listening to their condemnation towards the NBA academies in China where students were physically abused and denied proper education. Actually, never mind. That never happened either. Because the NBA has far too many disgustingly lucrative business deals with China to ever stand up to the human rights abuses and overt and systematic racism in the country. Which makes all of this kneeling and whining and boycotting nothing more than performative feigned activism. It was in 2016 when Laura Ingraham told LeBron James to shut up and dribble, because quite honestly, none of us want to hear the political opinions of someone who is paid literally millions of dollars a year to bounce a ball. Can't say as I disagree there, Laura. Truly. But fast forward 2 years and nothing has changed. In the end, the NBA and its players only care about anti-racism so long as it doesn't affect their hip pocket, which they again demonstrated when they quickly reneged on their boycotting of their own playoffs when they learned it does in fact impact their income. I mean, who would have thought? But hey, it's not all bad. Just remember that we'll always have the NBA to tell us what a terrible country America is, while simultaneously ignoring all the injustice in China. I guess that's just the sports business for you folks.